What's up, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Upland Show. Today, we're going to be teaching you how to travel in Upland and how to get around and navigate within the game. So right now, let me share my screen. I am in Manhattan. This is my block explorer. I'm going to show you how to send. The first thing you need to know is how to send. So I'm going to zoom in on a property that I own, and it's dark blue if you own it. So I'm going to zoom in on this property. You can see that I can send to this property for free, and it doesn't use a send. So I just teleported over there to that property in Harlem, and boom, it's as simple as that. Now, if you want to send to a property that you do not own, like somebody else's property, let's go down here to the lower part of Harlem, and I'm going to zoom in over here. I just found one of these paper airplanes. These paper airplanes allow you to collect more sends because you have a limited amount of sends unless you collect more of these paper airplanes. So each property in Upland has a send fee or a cost to send to that property that the player who owns that property gets to collect that fee. So for example, this property in Harlem, Ben68 owns this property, and he charges a 20 UPX fee for me to send to that property. So I'm going to click send, and it says I have 8 sends left. The most you will usually have or can collect is 11. So I'm going to click send, I'm going to click confirm, and I have to do a 2-factor authentication code. I highly recommend that you turn on 2-factor authentication. It protects your account from hackers or people that may want to hack into your account and sell your properties, which you wouldn't want. So after I type that in, it's going to allow me to send to that property, and I can zoom in and I can now collect this little paper airplane. Boom, I just collected 2 sends, so now I can send to more properties. And again, the max you will normally be able to gather is 11 unless you enter some type of contest, tour that allows you to get more sends, and the game will provide those to you if you enter a tour, for example. And okay, so now that you know how to send within a given city, let's teach you how to travel between cities. Another thing I wanted to clarify really quickly is if you're over in the Manhattan area, let me show you the airport terminal. If you are in, let's say you started in the Bronx or Staten Island or Brooklyn and you're trying to travel to the airport, you cannot travel to the Manhattan airport. The only way to travel to this airport terminal is if your block explorer is already in this Manhattan area, which I am right now. So I'm going to show you, and I'm going to send to this terminal right here. Terminal 8. Go to Terminal 8, and you can see there are different prices that players are charging. This doesn't mean anything. This isn't going to change what type of flight you're able to get on. This is just the cost to send to these properties, which these players are charging. So most of you obviously will choose to go to the cheapest one you can get. I usually just pick the top one, click confirm, and it's going to send me to that airport terminal. Now that I am at the terminal, I can choose to click on that terminal again, and it will open this menu. You can see from Manhattan, I can take an airplane to San Francisco, Chicago, Kansas, New Orleans, or Nashville, and there's associated fees with each of those flights. If I want to go to Chicago, it's going to cost me 740 UPX, for example. So let me explain how the transit system works. If you are over here on the East Coast, the only way to get out of the East Coast is to send from that airport terminal there to central United States or over to the West Coast. there's kind of different hub areas, if you will. So Manhattan is kind of the hub. If you want to go to any of these cities over on the East Coast, such as the Bronx, Rutherford, Brooklyn, or Staten Island, you go to Manhattan, and you can take those trains just like you do the airport terminal to get between those cities. If you're in Central, Chicago is the main hub, and from Chicago you can take a train to Cleveland, you could take a train to Nashville, you could take a train to New Orleans, or you can take a train to Kansas. And then equally, if you're over in San Francisco, you first have to take the plane to San Francisco, and then once you're in San Francisco, you can take the train to Oakland or Santa Clara or Fresno or Bakersfield. So we hope that kind of helps clear up some of the confusion. I know that is one of the first hurdles that players have to figure out is travel. Please reach out to us with any questions if you have any, and we're happy to help. But I think once understood, now that you kind of understand, every time a new city releases, they'll kind of tell you what city you can go to travel to that new city. So we hope that helps. Again, please reach out with any questions. We're always happy to help. Leave a comment below. Please like this video if it was helpful to you. And as always, we hope to see you in the next one. Peace out.